Excited first to welcome my co-host, Michael Farina. Michael, how are you? And we're excited to talk to our guest today. How are you, Michael?
Oh my God, we're doing phenomenal. I cannot wait to talk to Nick.
All right. So our guest is pro eater Nick Wehry. We're talking Nathan's, the big hot dog eating contest on July 4th. Nick, thanks for stopping by. And are you shocked about how popular this pro eating is getting? Each and every year, it gets bigger and bigger on July 4th for this event.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. I guess I'm shocked when people recognize me, and I have, I guess, what people would call fans. That still shocks me. But as far as the how big this is getting, I don't think so, because I think everybody can kind of relate to eating. I think it's fun. We do a ton for charity, and it just it's something entertaining for people to watch.
And Michael, what are your thoughts about pro eating? Have you ever tried any of that stuff before? Have you ever tried to have any contests, Michael?
Well, almost my whole entire adult life, I suffer from overactive fork, but I never really thought about going to do a championship.
So how did it start for you, Nick?
I was a competitive bodybuilder for about 10, 12 years. And, my appetite became a running joke because I gained about 70 or 80 pounds in that time. And after I was done with that, I had friends that kind of mentioned that my appetite was ridiculous and I should enter a punch eating contest, like Polish chili donuts around Fat Tuesday. And I said no. They said, well, you can raise money for charity, you get free donuts, and you can win money. I'm like, well, that's a pretty sweet deal. And so I jumped in and I won handily, and I got money and donuts and raised money for charity. And now it's spiraled out of control to where I have 3 different colors in my mohawk, and I'm going to be on ESPN on the 4th of July eating hot dogs.
Michael, what are your thoughts? What question do you have for Nick?
I just think it's amazing. One of the, and it's not even just donuts. I mean, you do everything. You're like number 8 in the world, I believe, and ranking up very quick.
Thanks. Yeah, we've gotten as high as number 4, now. So it's been going pretty well. A couple world records and things like that. Obviously married to Miki, the 9-time champ. It's an incredible thing. I'm fortunate to have gone to Thailand, Italy, Toronto, all over the place, just based on my ability to consume foods quickly, I guess, and entertain fans and bring value to the sponsor. So it's super appreciative for the opportunity to shovel food down my face for people's enjoyment.
Now, what's your favorite? Oh, go ahead.
No, go, Michael. Go.
I was going to say, what's your favorite food?
Favorite food at the table or away from the table?
Away from the table.
Oh, okay. Just in day-to-day life, if it's like good quality food, then I would say like boneless, skinless chicken and avocado is my favorite combination that I eat a lot throughout the day. If it's my adult child coming out, cookie dough. I love tubes of cookie dough.
That's awesome.
Now, so Nick, this event is just hot dogs, right, for July 4th?
Yes, yeah. So hot dogs and buns. It'll be 5 hot dogs and buns per plate. Finish your plate before moving to the next.
But see, I didn't know that this has gone so much when you talk pro eater. I guess I'm used to just the whole Nathan's thing, because is that like the Super Bowl event for you every year?
Yeah, this is our Super Bowl, WrestleMania, Daytona 500, whatever you want to refer to it as. This is our big one, the marquee event, and great sponsor, ton for charity, great, huge crowd, obviously broadcast on ESPN. So this is our big one, but we got about a couple dozen events throughout the year.
Yeah, Michael. What do you?
And what do you? How many hot dogs do you think it's going to take to win that?
This year, I think you're gonna have 5 guys in the dogfight, basically going down to literally the final seconds. I think it's gonna be incredibly exciting, and I think you're gonna be the winning number is probably gonna be in that 55 to 60 range, maybe touching low 60s.
Wow. And it's all about training yourself, right? Someone who's not a pro eater would get killed trying to do 55 to 60 hot dogs, right?
Yeah, most people won't trip over the door jam and end up eating 55 hot dogs. It's definitely something that's a little bit, it has to do with some talent, but a lot of just skill and ability that's been honed over time. Your ability to tolerate flavor, your ability to eat food quickly, your capacity for large amounts of food. We practice like we play. You set up whatever the food is. Miki and I are in the Tampa heat in the backyard, setting up the plates for whatever food is coming up, setting up the time on the clock, and just running it back no different than you would when it comes to game time.
Go ahead, Michael. Next
I'm
question.
it just blows my mind. I mean, the preparation and then the skill set and the mindset. I mean, your mental capacity must be just as big as your stomach.
I mean, my dad would probably joke around if you look at my head, the size of my head, if I have a huge mental capacity. But with that said, I think that's a big part. I think that's where my bodybuilding past and sports past kind of comes into it. And a lot of us that do this at a high level, Jeff Esper has, I think, a couple master's degrees, ranked second in the world, is very, very smart and was a former strongman. James Webb played collegiate athletics and has a couple degrees, I want to say in economics. Miki's got a 4.0 in her 2 degrees and is going for a third one. Ricardo Corbucci runs a few businesses in Brazil, very smart, very mentally strong. And myself, as crazy as it may sound, actually qualified for Mensa with my Wonderlic test and the former bodybuilding background. It's a very interesting, eclectic group of people, but one common denominator is like determination and some high form of intelligence, depending on what that is.
So,
Absolutely.
wow. And now the branding of you. Now think about the popularity of this, because once you build a community and you build a huge community, you become a big fan base, you become a rock star. How are you using other ways to monetize that? Not just what you get paid to do to win these events or compete in these events. What else are you doing? You looking to do a documentary on this, a reality show, or is there any thoughts of that? Because of everyone now, it's all really the community. It's all about community to
Yeah.
continue to grow, become a star.
Oh yeah, totally. Like I suppose what Mickey and I are supposed to have to be par for the course is a TikTok page and a podcast with an energy drink conveniently sitting on the on the table. But we don't have that stuff yet. Obviously, we do some social media stuff via Instagram and Facebook and our website, thehungrycouple.com. But we're very much just focused on regular day-to-day life. Like I said, she's getting her 3rd degree and things like that. We have the kids and focused on that. So we do some brand building. We probably should do more if there's any talent agents out there that want a cut for helping us out with that type of stuff. And we'd be more than open. I'm actually shooting a documentary right now. One is being shot on me and kind of my journey through Nathan's. But yeah, there could be some cool stuff. Like I think having a couple that's ranked 3rd and 4th in the world and with the potential to both be 1st in the world in their respective classes on Thursday, that might make for a pretty cool HGTV show, I think.
I think so. I mean, you just, like I said, the biggest thing is the once you build that following, you can sell anything. Remember that.
Yeah.
You sell it to your community. That's the big thing. And everyone needs to tune in on July 4th on ESPN at what time?
So the women's contest will be on ESPN3 at 10:30. The men's contest goes live at noon on ESPN2.
All right. We appreciate it. Thanks again, Nick. We appreciate it. Good luck. And I know you'll be stuffed after the 4th for sure. And then have to
Thank you
recover.
so much.
All right. Thanks, Nick. All right. Okay. You're listening and watching The Neil Haley Show. We'll be back in just a moment.